Hey guys, so recently I filmed a short video about my weight loss and my natural hair journey. And so today I wanted to talk to you about kind of the weight portion of that. And so the subject I'm talking about today is emotional eating. The reason I got to the point I got to in the first place was because of the fact that I eat my feelings. 90% of the time, the kind of person I am, I like to be positive. So being that kind of person, you are always uplifting people on the outside, everybody who surrounds you. You always want to be that good energy for someone. But when you yourself are expending that kind of energy to lift everyone up around you, sometimes you don't take as good of care of yourself as you do others. And because you're always so positive, people always assume that everything is going good for you, or you're able to handle everything that's going on in your life. Which for the most part, of course, we can handle the things big and small going on. But everyone needs support. And I think at some point that's what I was lacking. Not to say that I didn't have a group of individuals that I could have gone to and talked to. You're that kind of person, you carry the kind of mindset that everyone has problems. And so nobody wants to hear about your negative issues, or people don't want to hear negativity at all. I mean, so instead of going to those outlets that you could use, the people in your life, you keep it all in. You put on a happy exterior and constantly try to think positive thoughts, but at the same time, you need your tank refilled as well. And when that doesn't happen, you find another coping mechanism, and that's what I did. My coping mechanism was food. I grew up in a household where my dad was a chef, my mom cooked, and we always had large groups of family members over. There was always lots of food being prepared, and so I associated food with happiness. Though all of those good feelings and good memories that I experienced when I was surrounded by family and food, that's my source of comfort, or that was my source of comfort. And so whether it was me having a hard day at work, or having relationship issues, or whatever the case may be, I would, without even thinking about it, turn to food. At times, I can remember cooking these large, elaborate meals, and it's just me and my kids and my husband at the time. And sitting there and literally eating and eating and eating, not being hungry, not grabbing chips, not grabbing candy. I mean, I'm grabbing a nice big bowl of pasta with some creamy sauce on it, some potatoes and cheese and bacon and food. And I would literally eat until I couldn't breathe. But I felt better. I gained some kind of comfort from it, or I wouldn't have continued to do it. So I guess I'm talking to you about this because I know a lot of you out there are going through this or have gone through it. In order for us to grow, we have to be able to understand why we do the things that we do. And so knowing that gave me a source of comfort, and that was how I coped, I needed to find a different way to cope with my feelings. Honestly, it's still difficult for me to do that. There's times now when the first thing that I want to turn to when I have an issue, because I know it's going to make me feel better, is to grab some food and eat it away. So in the process of growing, in the process of changing, in the process of discovering things about myself, I have to recognize that problem, like I said, and then find a different coping mechanism. And so my new coping mechanism is working out. So instead of me grabbing that plate of food, like my first thing that I want to do in the morning is get up and work out. Or if I've had a stressful day, then I want to work out instead of eat my feelings. Or I talk to someone. And that's the other thing. I think it's important for us to find multiple ways to cope with our issues, because if we throw all our eggs in one basket, when that thing doesn't work for us anymore, then we're back to square one. Because if I fall off of my workout regimen, then the next best thing, the easiest thing for me to do is go back to the thing that fixed things for me in the first place, which was eating that big bowl of pasta. So not just working out, but working out, talking to people, and not feeling like my feelings are a burden on someone else. Realizing that people have always come to me with their problems, and I don't judge them. I listen to them. I try to be empathetic. And so I have to give people the benefit of the doubt and realize that if I go to them with my problems, if I go to someone who I truly care about, then I'm going to get that same thing in return. So I've been working out regularly. I've been taking better care of myself, because I am just as important as the people who I care about and I listen to. As you guys know, I've tried a few different things in the whole weight loss area. And I guess what I want to touch on a little bit is what I'm doing now that's different because it's working. And I think what it all boils down to is training with the trainer that I have now has been different. And there's a few different reasons why I feel like it's that way. So let me tell you about it. So what did I get from training with A1 that I didn't get elsewhere? I think the biggest thing for me, what I really think makes the difference between my previous trainers and when I started training with Angelo, is the fact that Angelo has been where all of us are. So he's able to better relate to, you know, where we are mentally as well as physically. I mean, trainers are going to know the ins and outs of your body and what you need to do exactly to get fit. But with Angelo, I think he cares more about the inner person. So I think he gets to know the people that he trains, and he gets to know our weaknesses, and there's a connection there. I think he has a connection with each individual that he works with. And he gets to know them, and he works where your weaknesses are. And that may not necessarily be your physical weakness. It may be a mental weakness. And I know for me, that's what it was. And so once he pushes past that mental weakness, he's able to get you to a point where you're able to believe in yourself. And once you're able to believe in yourself, you can accomplish anything that you want to accomplish. And I think that's where his workouts take you to the next level. There's a trust that's built there, because you trust him because you know he understands what it feels like to be overweight and to really start from the bottom. I mean, I think it's great to see videos and see pictures of people doing every move correctly, executing the exercises, and just beasting them. But what's more real is that when we work out, not every time do I go into the gym and I just knock out my workout. That's not realistic. That's not what really happens. What really happens is you start from the bottom, you start from your weakest point, and you build to beast in it. Like, nobody goes into the gym and just becomes 100% great. You grow into greatness. You work into greatness. And I think that's, I think it's important that we never miss that. We never miss the the work that it takes to get to those videos that you see of us lifting heavy weights or throwing those battle ropes in the air like they're feathers. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time. The process is more important than the end result. I think the mental growth is more important than the numbers on the scale or the pictures of us flexing. Like, let's just be real. Nobody has a good day every day. Nobody wants to work out every day. And so that's why I don't just like to show my greatest accomplishments. I like to show my weakest points, because we all have weak points, and the goal is to push past those weak points and do it anyway, knock it out anyway. When you're not motivated to do something, whether it be working out or working towards a certain life goal, push past those moments where you don't necessarily feel the greatest or feel like working on it. You do it anyway, because the end result is your greatness.